So today's lesson, what we're going to do is try to improve on our analyzing skills. We're just going
Is the
to,
other brother in or just there?
there are, how many of us are live today? There's 5 of you guys and 1 of me, so 6 of us live.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Gee, so there's 6 of us live today, inshallah. And we're also recording, so inshallah they can catch up on the video. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to need some participation, even if you're not confident, even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter. We're going to, inshallah, sort that all out. So we're just going to start with analyzing. So what I want you two guys to remember from the top here is we have mubtada and we have a khabar. Okay. We know what the rules are. When you find the mubtada, then the rest of everything else is khabar. Just remember that. Okay. Then you have ism of kana and you have khabar of kana. Okay. All right. So this is how they reflect, each of them reflect. The mubtada and the khabar, they are the same as the ism of kana, khabar of kana. Only difference is there's a kana, yep, in front of it, which means was. Kana means was. So we'll start from this line here. وَكَانَ ismu هَذَا الرَّجُلِ آزَرُ. Just before we start though, really quickly, I want to talk about this word here. This word is hada, yeah, and it means this. Now, how does this work? How does this work? Okay, let's say, for example, let's just imagine, right, that this word wasn't here. Ismur rajuli, ismur rajuli. Here, this ismur rajuli, this alif lam is a connection. This alif lam is a connection on the rajuli. Okay, the connection on the rajuli. Now, if you have a word such as, if you have a word, right, such as this one here, hada, all it does is it connects to the word after it. Just like alif lam connects. You see this here? Hold on. Just like alif lam connects, when you have the hada here,
Yeah.
right, it just connects as one. It just takes over the alif lam basically. That's it. So that's how you treat it. You treat it as if it's all one word basically. Just like you treat the alif lam and the word ar-rajuli as one word, you treat hada rajuli as one word. It just takes over the alif lam basically. That's all.
Yes.
So that's one entity. This is going to be one entity like this. Just as this word here is one entity, the bigger box with the hada is one entity. So I'll roll out this one. So that just means one thing. So I hope you understand that. Now, one more thing I want to clear up. One more thing I want to clear up for future reference, just before we start on our lesson, is, you know, if we had hada, yeah? So we have hada here, right? Hada. If I say the word rajulun, hada rajulun, what is the difference between this box here and this box here? Can somebody tell me what difference you can notice?
This is
yes. Okay. Yes. So carry on. So whoever said
the possessive one. Haza Rajul is a possessive sentence.
Okay, let's cancel this out, right? Just look at the word. So let's say, I'll put this on here for now. Imagine this isn't here, and this isn't here. Possessive isn't here, yeah? Just this. هذا الرجل. هذا الرجل, because there's nothing governing it. Somebody said that there's no alif lam. This one has an alif lam, right?
Yeah.
This doesn't have the alif lam. Okay, so that's the difference.
It's the meaning is this is the man and this is a man.
Okay, so very good. Now, very good, Mahfouz. That's half correct, But there's a bigger lesson in this
man.
Yes, there's a bigger lesson in this to be learned. And I will go through that now, inshallah, before we start. So here, right, we have this is a man. And with this we have this man. Okay, so let me tell you the difference between these two. Let me tell you the difference, and try to note this down in your notebook somewhere, because this is very important. It's not a very big thing. I mean, this mistake can be corrected over and over again. It can just be corrected and you can remember it. But it will just improve your nahwa, it will improve your Arabic if you just remember it now. So look, in this instance, we have hada rajulun. Okay, these are two separate words. These are two separate words. And what happens is, this becomes a mubtada, and this becomes a khabar. Right? You see, this is a man. So this is, we know that it's alif lam or hada or a name. We know that it's ma'rifah, a mubtada, or it's a possessive. Yeah, we know that a mubtada is ma'rifah, and this is a ma'rifah because it's a hada within itself. And then the next word is nakira, because there is nothing specific on there, so it produces the is. We know mubtada and khabar. Now, when it comes to the alif lam in between, it becomes one entity. It becomes like one word, just as if it's just like this word is one word. That's it. That's the only difference. So when it's separate, they have to have a relationship between them, mubtada and khabar, or whatever the other relationship would be. We'll figure that out. So when that comes together like this, with the alif lam joining them, then it's just be treated as one word. It just takes over the alif lam, basically. Is that kind of clear?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you see here ismu and al-rajul. Can you see this alif lam came in between, but it's just being treated as if, sorry, this hada came in between ismul ishara, but it's being treated as if
One word.
yeah, it's just one word. It's just as if it's alif lam. But imagine this wasn't here now. That still has no difference. Do you get it? It's the same thing. But this is here. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's a mudaf ilayh, isn't it?
exactly. Mudaf mudaf ilayh. Jazakallahu khair. So now, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm going to choose someone because I can hear Izhan's voice. How do I see who's here? I can't even see your names in here for some reason. Let me quickly go onto my thing. So I would have to go to Zoom, and then what's this camera? Here it is. Grid view. Show grid. I make it bigger for everyone. Alhamdulillah. I can see Abu Hussein, Muhammad. I can see Izhan, Mahfuz Rahman, Muhammad Siddiq, Said. So Ismail isn't here today, yeah?
I tried ringing him, but I got no answer.
No, that's fair, no problem. How is it gone again? I'll find it now. Okay, doesn't matter anyway. So inshallah, we'll start with maybe Abu Hussein, inshallah, because let's see, because Mahfuz usually, mashallah, he takes over. So let's see what we can do here. So if I start with Abu Hussein, if you're comfortable enough with me,
Yeah, that's fine, Sheikh.
Jazakallah khair, to go through this with you, we can do it together, inshallah. So I'll ask a few questions and then we take it from there. So in this sentence, what strikes you in the beginning? What's the first thing you notice about this sentence? There's no right or wrong.
So first is the kana.
Oh, yes.
So that means there's gonna be, I forgot, is it called isme kana and khabre kana?
That's correct. So now you're looking for ism of kana and you're looking for khabar of kana. Okay.
Kana, yeah.
So
and then
yes, please. So you guide me now.
so ismu has a rajuli.
Okay.
That'll be mudaf ilayh, because it's just like you said before, the haza, you imagine it's not there.
Mhm.
So then the ismu, it's got a dhamma,
Mhm.
and mudaf dhamma most of the time, it doesn't have alif lam.
Mhm.
And then a rajuli is a mudaf ilayh, because it's got a tanween.
Yeah.
Not tanween, sorry, it's got a kasra, and then it takes alif lam as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So then that becomes mudaf ilayh.
Okay. So then what happens?
And then altogether, that whole so isma has a rajuli, that becomes a isma kana, so it's a mubtada basically.
Ism of kana is a mubtada basically. Okay, that's right. Okay, mashallah. And generally,
And then,
sorry, one quick thing generally, what does what does the ism of kana receive? What is its diacritical point? How does it reflect basically?
it takes a dhamma. Is it?
So how would we apply dhamma to this box? As we've both now agreed that this is ism kana, yeah? So how would we apply this dhamma to this box?
Is it because the first word got dhamma, the ismu got dhamma? I'm not sure.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So the ismu is being governed. So can you see this green line that I've just put here, right? Ismu kana,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This green box here is what is governing, is what is putting pressure on the words inside. Okay. Now the first word that has a reflection is the ismu, right?
Yeah.
In that bigger green box. That's why that's going to have the dhamma. And then because the rest of it is connected to the ismu, we know that a mudaf ilay, the mudaf ilay always gets a kasra, isn't it? So
Yeah.
now this is the ismu here. So the box is governing whatever's inside the box, which is here. This takes the first reflection, and this is now having an effect on this. That's why that's got a kasra. So we are showing the ism of kana here correctly by using this, inshallah. So now, yeah, I'll let you carry on just to finish it off.
So and then Azar, so that's the name. That's basically the is it khabar kana? So it's basically the news regarding the man.
Yes.
And we know that because it's in a state of nasab, it's got fatah.
Okay. Yes.
So and then altogether it becomes the green box that you've highlighted first. That's the mubtada, and then the azar is the khabar.
Yes, that's it, mashallah. So how would you translate this? Knowing that the mubtada and khabar, or the ism of kana, khabar of kana, right?
Mhm.
How would you translate this?
So there was a man.
Look carefully. So, ismu hadha rajuli. How do you translate ismu hadha rajuli?
The name of this man
Okay.
is called Azar.
Okay, yes, that's right. That's right. But however, this kana here, because it gives the past tense,
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. Yes, sir.
that would just be, it's my fault for point is here. It would make it was. So name of this man, or the name of this man was Azar. That was it. So this one was pretty straightforward, but I think anybody else can have a go as well. So if Mahfouz, so Jazakallah khair, Muhammad Hussein. If Mahfouz, do you want to have a go? And if you might work it out differently. So this time it was done that the ism of Khan, the mudaf and the mudaf ilayh was taken out first, and then that was made into an ism of kana. Some people might make this the ism of kana first, and then say, okay, then it's mudaf ilayh, and then carry on the khabar of kana. Do you want to have a go, Mahfouz, inshallah? Take us through that same one, because we're going to go.
No, I'll be, I can go, but it'll be the same, exactly the same. The other brother go. But actually, Ustad, I can't remember why is Azarun not Azara? Why? Why is that?
Okay, excellent. So what you do then in that case is take me through it, inshallah, and then we'll answer that question so that everyone can get more practice.
Okay. At the first beginning, we can see the kana, and so we have to look for the cover of kana and the ism of kana. So at the beginning is ismu hazar razuli. The ismu is the
Mahfouz, yeah? You know the khabar of kana?
Yeah.
What is the state of khabar of kana? What's its state, grammatical state?
Okay, grammatical state is on no rafa.
Nasab is nasab, yeah?
Sorry, isab. Oh, that's it.
So what's the ism of kana then?
Should be rasab. Dhamma.
Okay, so just remember that, yeah?
So when the kana comes, then the cover going to be nasab.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I forgot that part.
No, that's all right, not to worry. So just try to write that down, and alhamdulillah, we're in revision now. So
Okay.
inshallah, you boys will be very familiar with all of this. All right, yep, so take me through it. So you've got the kana. So now you're looking for ism of kana first.
Ism kana.
Khabar of kana. So can you help me find the ism of kana?
So the first was is ismu haza razuli is a mudaf and mudaf ilay. Ismu is the mudaf because it doesn't have any tanween and alif lam. That's why ismu is the mudaf, and
Yes.
hadar rozuli all together is mudaf ilay here,
Okay.
because the rozuli got a kasra.
Yeah.
So, but all together ismu hadar rozuli all together is the muftada or ism of kana here.
Okay. Yes.
And azaro is the khabar.
Yeah.
The khabar of kana here.
Okay. Now, why is what is telling you this is the khabar of kana? Is there any reason why you're making this khabar of kana?
Because of the fatha.
Because of the fatha, yes. And also, once you found the ism of kana, the rest of it is the khabar of kana.
The khabar of kana, yeah.
And that's it. So how would you translate this?
And this man name was Azar.
Okay, yes. Okay, fair enough. This man's name was Azad. That's also a correct translation. Okay, Jazakallah khair, boys. Izhan, if I can borrow you.
Yes.
Jazakallah khair, because I know we spoke about fi'l fa'il maf'ul. So I want the next line, inshallah. Don't worry, look, it doesn't matter. Look, we're all learning. Even I have to revise some of this before I come and do it with you guys. It's not easy. So inshallah we will we will get through it and we will do good, inshallah. So Izhan, if you can help me with this line here, I'll put a box over it. And if you can just walk me through it, what you think, what you notice, and how you're going to analyze, and then inshallah we'll see how to translate as well.
So wakana, so isma kana again, because of the wakana, azaru yabi'ul asnam.
Okay.
So I think it's talking about the title of the person.
Maybe.
Is it idol worshipper or something like that? I think you mentioned last lesson.
Yeah, so let's see. So without any translation, let's try it without any translation, because that will really help your nahwa. So first of all, you've got the kana, right? So when you see a kana, what are you looking for first?
The mubtada.
Okay. And in this case, because there's a kana in front, the mubtada is going to be called
Khabar khana.
the first one. We'll start off with this one, inshallah. So that's going to be the ism of kana, yeah?
Yes.
Also, the ism of kana reflects with a dhamma.
Dhamma, yeah.
Now, you're looking for a ism of kana here, and the signs you have are that it reflects with a dhamma. It's generally going to be a ma'rifa. Ma'rifa means something with alif lam. It's a name, or it has a ism al-ishara in front of it, and it's a possessive, mudaf mudaf ilayh, and things like that, right? So, can you see anything here, first of all, that strikes you as one sign of ism of kana, such as it being a dhamma?
The name.
The name Azar, yeah?
Yeah, the name Azar, yeah.
All right. So we're going to choose this to be the ism of kana.
Yeah.
So you found the ism of kana, right? So let's just say you found the ism of kana here.
Yeah.
What happens now? Once you found the ism of kana, what's left? What is everything else?
Khabar khana.
Okay, so that's very good. So you found the ism of kana. Now everything else in this sentence becomes your khabar of kana. Now, what you're going to do, I think Maulana Nadeem went through verbs with you guys. So, within our new section, which you can see, I'll start off in blue now, a new color. Within our new section, what word can you see here that I'm going around in circles with?
What word?
Yeah.
It's yabi'u.
Yabi'u, yes. It does say yabi'u. Now, there's obviously we've done verbs. We have fi'l madi. And sorry, what am I doing here? And that says ba'a, yeah? Fi'l madi, yeah? And you have mudari. Fi'l mudari is going to be ya, ba, ya, yabi'u. You see that yabi'u? So this is a past tense verb, and this is a present tense verb, or a future tense verb, yeah? Okay. Now, but I'm just going to delete this. But you know that these are both verbs. Now, when you have a verb, if you don't mind me asking, boys, so here we've got a verb, right? Do you agree, Izhan, that this is a verb?
Yes, yabi'u, yeah.
Okay. When you look for the verb, right, what do you look for after the verb? After a fi'l always comes a,
مفعول.
before the maf'ul, we have a fa'il.
Yeah.
Now, a fa'il, he always reflects with a dhamma and is in the state of rafa'a.
Yeah.
All right. Now, boys. Now, Izhan, let's just say, yeah. So you boys are following. Look, we found the ism of kana. It is azr. Everything else is the khabar of kana. But that's our rule. Within the khabar of kana, we have two words, yabi'u and al-asna. The yabi'u is a fi'l. We've boxed it off. Now, wherever there's a fi'l, there's always going to be a fa'il. And now look, this is how the fa'il reflects. Look, I'll put it here, dhamma.
Dhamma, yeah.
Rafa'a. So look for a word that is after yabi'u. We can only see asna, ma, obviously.
Yeah. That has a fatha, yeah.
No, not that has a dhamma. Can you see any word that has a dhamma there?
No, not after yabi'u.
Not after yabi'u, isn't it? And there's nothing else after that. It's just al asna ma. So we know that the rule is for fi'l, right? For these two, the rule is has to have a fa'il. It has to have a fa'il. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It has to have a fa'il. Fa'il reflects with a dhamma. So remember that after a fi'l, you have a fa'il. A fa'il reflects with a dhamma. And we need to find it. Because you can't see a physical fa'il in the sentence. You can't see a physical fa'il in the sentence. We're going to say that it is hidden within the verb. It's called huwa. It just means he. Huwa. So that is your fa'il, huwa. Okay?
Yeah.
Now that you've got your fi'l, yabi'u, you found your fa'il, what's left? I think you said that in the beginning.
Maf'ul.
Maf'ul, yes. And a maf'ul, I'm going to write it down here in the bottom. What state is a maf'ul in?
State of nasab.
Nasab. And how does nasab reflect with a?
Fatha.
Yes. And so we're going to say asnam means the, asnam is the maf'ul, yep? So
Yes.
can you just define to me what is a maf'ul?
Maf'ul is the action being carried on to, isn't it? I think so.
Yes, that's right. No, you're right. Alhamdulillah. So it's the thing that is receiving the action.
Yeah.
The verb is happening on the maf'ul, which is here is asnam. Now I'm going to give you the translation of the words. So you know what azr means. You know what yabi'u means. It means to sell. Okay, that's yabi'u. And al-asnam, it means idols.
Okay.
So here you have now ism of kana and your khabar of kana. And within that, you have your fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul. Now remember, the ism of kana is the topic. Ism of kana is the topic. So remember how you're going to start with your translation. Here's the topic. Now, what about this topic? Ism of kana is azr. We can say that. What about azr? So we would say an azr. We know that was. Yeah, kana means was. Yeah. That's it. And then what you're going to say? So azr was doing what?
Azr was an idol seller.
Yes, but we're not going to say idol seller because you have to translate it. And azr, he was or he would.
He would sell idols.
That's it. And azr, he would sell idols. Did you get it? And that's a full sentence. This one was a little bit more complicated because we've got a fi'l, fa'il, and a maf'ul. The fa'il here is here, the huwa.
Yeah.
So this one was a harder one. Does anybody else want to have a quick go?
Was the translation going to be the all together?
Yeah, and azr, he would. So here we're going to say would.
Okay.
Azr, he would sell idols.
So it's not he was the seller of idol.
No, it's not he was the seller of idols. And azr, what about azr? Fi'l means, fi'l here is to do. He would sell idols.
Oh, can you not say he used to sell idol?
Yes, you can. And azr, he used to sell idols. Yes, you can say that.
Ustad, sorry I missed it, but what does wakana mean? Does that mean and then? Or, I mean, sorry.
The waw, it just means and, you can say.
Yeah.
And the kana, here in this case, it means would.
Okay.
But look at the top. Here it says was, right? And here it says would. What indicates when you use would? What indicates when you use was? I'm not going to go into that now because I think as we get more experienced with learning the actual grammar of boxing everything up, then this stuff will come naturally anyway. So for now, I'm going to tell you when to say was and when to say would.
Is it to do with the jumlate ismi and jumlate fi'l?
Yes. Yes, it does, inshallah. So what I'm going to do then, now we've got this one. كان في هذه القرية بيت كبير جدا. كان في هذا البيت أصنام كثيرة جدا. So now we're going to do the next line here, inshallah. وكان في هذه القرية بيت كبير جدا. Does anyone feel confident to tackle this one? Because we are at the end of the day.
وكان
في هذه القرية.
Okay, I can go. I can go.
Is that Mahfouz?
Yes.
Okay, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Okay, Mahfouz. Now, tell me, what do you see in this sentence? First of all, what's the first thing?
The first of all is kana. So you have to look for kana, ism of kana and khabar of kana.
Ism of kana and a khabar of kana. Mahfouz,
Yes.
what does the ism of kana, tell me some properties of ism of kana. How does it reflect?
With the dhamma, it's instead of rafa.
Yes. And what about khabar of kana?
It's instead of nasab, it will have a fatha.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. All right. So now, if you can tell me, what do you see straight away? So you've got you're looking for ism of kana and you're looking for khabar of kana. This is going to be as literal as you can. You know, with nahwa, one mistake loads of us make is we're thinking too deep, but really it's not something we need to think so hard about. The answer is in your face. Whatever comes to your head first, just say that, because that's probably right. Just whatever comes to your head, whatever you think it is, don't try to be right. Just say what you think, inshallah. Yeah. So please tell me, after the kana, we're looking for, you already said, ism of kana, and we're looking for khabar of kana second. What do you see in this sentence? Please start me off.
Beginning, I can see fi, a hurf jar.
Yes, alhamdulillah, exactly what I wanted you to say. So we can see that. And then what comes after huruf al-jar?
Yeah. Hurf jar will be a majroor.
So after huruf al-jar comes majroor, yes?
Yes.
Okay. What does the majroor receive? What does the majroor receive?
Kasra.
Can you see any word here with a kasra?
Yeah, hazihil qariyati. All together is one word. Yeah.
Oh yes, mashallah. So we've done that earlier on today. So harful jar and we have majroor. Okay. Now, after harful jar and majroor, okay, so this is one entity as we know. This is one entity. This is one word in terms of relationship. What do you see next, Mahfouz?
Baitun.
Okay. And what do you see after Baytun?
Kabirun.
Okay. Now looking at Baytun and Kabirun, okay, what do you think that is? What does it look like to you? What signs is this giving you?
Both of them have dhamma instead of rafa.
What else?
And both of them are singular.
Okay.
Both of them are marifa.
No, not Marifa, the Nakira.
Nakira. And
Don't get
male.
Zenda is also same.
What gender are they?
Male.
Male.
Okay. So we see they're matching in four things. What's the relationship between them?
Most of sifat.
Is most of sifa one entity? Is it like one word?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll box them together, yeah? Mawsuf and sifa. All right. Now you've got a sentence here. It's all boxed up. It's all nice, ready to go. Now you need to choose, using your knowledge that you have, you need to choose what is clear to you? Can you see, I'm going to ask you in the reverse, yeah? Can you see a khabar of kana here? What are you looking for in a khabar of kana? You're looking for a fatha. Can you see a khabar of kana in that sentence, my brother?
No.
Okay. What can you see? What elements can you see? What is exposed to you? What is visible?
I can see the alif lam.
Yes, fair enough. You can see the alif lam, that's there. But in terms of looking for the, it's okay, yeah, okay, wicked. But we know that that's a sign of ism of kana.
Making it same what? Same.
Yeah, so meaning the alif lam would tell you that the word is ma'rifah, so therefore it's suitable for being a ism of kana, right? Because it's ma'rifah. But the overriding factor in the end, what we're looking for is how is it reflecting? What is the state? So can you see anything that is reflecting as an ism of kana? Say that again.
Is it Rafa on the Baytul Kabirun?
Yes, the rafa'a. So this dhamma, so don't let the order confuse you on what comes first and what comes second, because that is not what governs. That is not what tells us what is the muqtada, what is the khabar, what is the ism of kana, what is the khabar of kana. It's the signs. This is why these are so important. We have to trust our navigation, trust our eyes, you get it? So that's why I said, don't worry. If you can see there's no sign of khabar of kana, that's okay. But what can you see? We can see ism of kana, right? So we're going to say this is ism of kana. Now this is ism of kana. Now you know another rule. You guys know the rule. We've said it time and time again. Once you found the ism of kana, what happens to the rest of them?
Is
Rest of them are khabar of kana.
Okay, so let's put this in the green box as well. Our harf al-jar majroor is a khabar of kana, yeah? Okay, that's fine. We know that the ism of kana is generally translated first. The ism of kana is translated first. This means was. In this case, it means was. Ism of kana is translated first. We know what baytun kabirun means. So mahfuz.
Very big house.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. The mic was cutting up. Sorry. Say that again.
A very big house.
A very big house. Okay, carry on.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you now. Exactly. So a very big house.
Okay, it will be the translation of Baitun Kabirun Jiddan.
Okay, yes, mashallah. Yep. So a very big house. What about? So remember, the ism of kana is the topic. The khabar of kana gives us the information about the topic. So what about this very big house?
In that house, there's something. Fi means in. So in the house, hazihi qariyati. There was something in this house. So
look. So we're going to translate the ism of kana. A big house. Yeah. Was, because we'll go back to the kana in the beginning. Yeah. So sorry, I should have told you this. When you find the ism of kana, you say the ism of kana, and then you say was or would, whatever is being used as, and then you say the khabar of kana. So
in the city, in the village, yeah.
Try it this way, Mahfouz. So ism of kana was, and then say the khabar of kana. So what's the ism of kana?
Ism of kana is a very big house.
Yeah.
Was in the village.
Yes, mashallah. That's the proper sahih translation, the literal translation, and the best translation you can do. Other people will differ, but I think for this level, this is the perfect translation that you're supposed to be doing.
Ustad, I thought Al-Qariya was city, not village.
Qariya is village. City is mainly balad or town. Town is balad, city or Medina. And Qariya, Qura, Ahlul Qura, people of the village, people of the town. It's kind of interchangeable. But Qariya is mainly small, and balad and Medina are mainly big.
Okay.
Yeah. But Qariya is village or town. Either translation is accepted.
Town,
yeah, village or town. Either translation is accepted. But in this story, Ibrahim alayhi salam was from more of a village. It was a very small area. All right. So you see that, boys? Did you see how he done it? Did you see how we did? Does anyone else want to have another go at this? Dilawar?
I was going to be the other way around. I was going to say the city is the ism, and the khabar is about, you know, the big house, the very big house in the city.
So you're saying, how are you saying? You're saying that this is going to be the
Yeah, I
ism.
mean, yeah, my literal translation would be, and in the city there was a very big house, or in the town there was a very big house.
No, you can say that. In this town was a very big house. You can say that.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. But generally, we translate the ism of kana first,
Yeah.
khabar of kana second. So for the sake of this level of Arabic, for the sake of us trying to internalize all of this, we would say a very big house was in the city. Do you get it? Because I just want to get you guys used to ism of kana. I just want to get you guys used to it, basically. We want to follow the navigation system. Say khabar of kana here. But the transition you made was correct. Do you want to have a go at analyzing? Do you want to have a go at breaking it down?
Yes, yeah. The reason I would go wrong is because I look at the alif lam and I think that is the ism there, and because you know, but I guess both ways is correct. Well, not both ways correct. I see the logic in saying the house is the ism because this is a particular house, being the very big house.
Yeah, and it's not only that. Remember, okay, let me go through this with Dilawar because I think it will be good. Inshallah, we will see it. Now, Dilawar, if you can help me, first of all, if you can tell me what do you notice about this sentence? What's the first thing that strikes you about this sentence?
There are a lot of words.
Yeah, fair enough. What's at the beginning of this sentence?
Wakana.
Wakana. And when you have kana at the beginning of a sentence, what are you looking for? What are the two main parts?
I think we discussed it before, the ism and the khabar.
Ism and the khabar of kana, yeah? Dilawar, what state
Yes.
is the ism of kana in?
Nasab.
The ism of kana is rafa, which reflects with a dhamma, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we could make a note. Khabar of kana is nasab, and that reflects with a fatha. Remember that. These are your two main things. All right. Now, coming in to the box itself, right? That's just a side note here. I'm just leaving this as a side note. Don't let this trick you. Don't look out for this yet. Just look at what's in your face. What's the next thing you see?
We were discussing before the what is harf.
Yes, thank you. Jazakallah khair. So when you've got a harf, we know that there are 17 huruf. They give jar afterwards, yeah? This is called huruful jar. Huruful jar.
Yeah.
This is obviously a harful jar.
Yeah.
When a harful jar comes, it always has a majroor.
Yeah. The hadihi is the majroor.
So the majroor reflects with a kasra and it's in the state of jar, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we've also said earlier in the lesson, I saw you wasn't here, but we said we have
Sorry about that.
or hadihi, yeah?
Yeah.
Connected to the word after it with the alif lam, it all becomes one word. It's just like saying the word with the alif lam, basically. You know how when you join the alif lam to the word, it just becomes the man. It's like one word, isn't it? But when there is an alif and there is a ismul ishara, the hada, all of that becomes that one word, yeah?
So that's the majroor now. Hadihi al-qariyati is the majroor.
Yes, that's correct. That's all one word. Hadihi al-qaryati is the majroor. Okay. Now looking at the words after it, baytun and kabirun, yeah? Can you notice any correlation between the two words? Can you notice any connection between the two words?
Well, together they form the ism.
Yes, but before forming the ism, how do they connect to each other? How do they connect to each other?
Because they both have the double dhamma.
Okay. What else do they have? So these are, I'm going to tell you what the answer is. They're mawsuf sifa, mawsuf and sifa. Okay. Mawsuf and
The
Sifa,
Mawsuf and
Yeah.
Sifa.
they have to match in 4 ways. Remember, when you see 2 words, and if you
Yeah.
want to find a relationship between them, they can
Yeah.
either be Mawsuf and Sifa, or they can be Mudaf, Mudaf ilayh, possessive.
Yeah.
In our case, I'll tell you now, they are Mawsuf and Sifa. What is the, we know one thing we can see here is that they're matching in the i'rab. They're both rafa'a. What's the
Yes.
second that you can see them matching in?
Oh yeah, the gender and the whether singular, dual or plural. So they're both there as well.
Okay, so
Both masculine and singular.
both masculine, yeah?
Yeah.
And they're both singular, jazakallah khair. So we've got that, and so male, singular. And they are, and do they have any signs of definitiveness, like any ma'rifah on there or anything like that? So yeah, so because they don't have alif lam, they don't have an ismul ishara on them, they are both nakira, meaning that they are both they're not specific. So we can see they match in 4 ways. So when we were so if we were to translate Baytun Kabirun, we would just translate as a big house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to go back to the green box, the bigger picture here. We have established that this is a kana sentence.
Yeah.
A kana sentence. We're going to look for the ism of kana and the khabar of kana. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go backwards. Can you see anything in nasab?
Yeah, Jiddah. Jiddan.
Sorry, you know, previously I crossed this one out.
Oh.
With
No, I don't see anything in Nasab.
Yeah, you don't see anything in nasab. Okay. But can you see anything in rafa'a with a dhamma?
Yes, the Baytun Kabirun.
So if we just rely on the diacritical point, if we just rely on the i'rab, using the knowledge you have, what is the ism of kana?
The Baytun Kabirun.
Okay. Okay, jazakallah khair. That is right. I'm going to ask you another question just to make you think.
Yeah.
Why is baytun by itself or kabirun by itself not the ism of kana just by itself? Why? Why are we saying both of them are the ism of kana?
On their own, they're not specific at all, but by combining them, you're talking about a specific thing.
Okay. Also, remember we went through this 4 here. Mawsuf sifa?
Yeah.
Mawsuf sifa. When we have 2 words that are mawsuf sifa in their relationship, they act as if they're one word. So
Yeah.
having both of them as the ism of kana is like one word as the ism of kana, yeah?
Yeah.
Jazakallah khair. Okay, that's fine. So now that you have your knowledge, you know which is the ism of kana,
Yes.
right? You know what's the ism of kana. And when you found the ism of kana, where is your khabar of kana?
Isn't it Jiddan?
So the khabar of kana is going to be the rest of it. So whenever you find the ism of kana, the khabar of kana is everything else. When you find the mubtada, the khabar is everything else. So let's imagine Jiddan isn't in the picture, right?
Okay, so fi hadhihi al-qaryati is the khabar.
Is the khabar of kana, yeah? Okay.
Okay.
Tell me why you think that.
Because you've crossed out Jiddan, and the only other things I've got is fi hadhihi al-qaryati. So yeah.
That's it. That's
I guess,
right.
Yeah.
That's it.
But if you didn't cover that, I would say the fi hadhihi al-qaryati and the Jiddah would be the khabar.
Okay, mashallah. No, that's right. So that's it. I just wanted to test your basically your blind belief, your blind trust, because look, kabirun is we said is going to be the ism of kana, right?
Yeah.
Ism of kana, and if everything else is khabar of kana, look at what you said. You said in that case, then fi hadhihi al-qaryah is the khabar of kana, and that's true. That's correct. Jazakallah khair. That's how simple nahwa is. You just have to believe. You just have to go with it. Take that blind step. Okay, if that's the case, if you're saying 1 and 1 is 2, then 1 and 1 is 2. If after ism of kana, everything else is khabar of kana, then this is how ism of kana. So here's your khabar of kana, my friend. Do you get it? That's how blunt nahwa is basically. Now we know usually we translate ism of kana first. Let's just say for the sake of our nahwa that we're learning, ism of kana first, then khabar of kana. You'd have was in between. Yep. Instead of having was, is in between, you're gonna have was in between here. So can you translate the ism of kana first, say was, and then say the khabar of kana, please, Dilawar?
And was.
So say the ism of kana first, then say the was, then say the khabar of kana. Just break your English grammar. Don't worry about if it sounds correct in English. Just break it.
House big.
So how would you
And-
translate Baytun Kabirun?
House big.
Or would you say a big house?
Yeah, I'll just being literal because you said to not worry about English thingy. So
Yeah.
just being
Yeah,
yeah.
So you know in Arabic also, you know when you translate sifa, a sifa would be the sifa comes first and then the
Okay.
this way basically in Arabic. So.
Big house.
Yes. So is it a big house? Is it the big house?
The big house.
So in this case, sorry, I know I'm asking you so many questions and I'm
That's all right.
putting
I
loads
need
of
it.
right? But mashallah, you're doing very well. So this is a big house because there's no alif lam. We can't say
Yeah.
you get it. So we're just gonna say a big house. So what about a
Yeah.
big house?
It is in the city. It is in the town. So I keep saying city. It is in the town, the village. Yeah.
Okay, so instead of saying is, we're gonna say was. So we're gonna translate is.
Was.
Then we're gonna say was. Then we're gonna say khabar of kana. Do you have another go? A big house.
A big house was in the village.
Yes, a big house was in this village. Yep,
This village.
that's it.
Oh yeah, because it relates to the story from before.
And
But hadihi is always this.
yeah,
Am I correct?
hadihi is always
Okay.
this is this. Yeah.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair. So that was very good, Dilawar. So you've seen how you've used your nahwa. So go over this video, boys. I know it's quite slow, but just speed it up or just go to the parts where you need to focus on, and it's there. So now we have a bigger sentence. I'm going to cross this out here. This part of the sentence is going to be crossed out, yeah?
Okay.
And we're going to make it easier, but I'll put that back in later on. Now, does someone want to have a go at this sentence? It's much smaller, more straightforward, more easier.
The same thing as the above one, isn't it?
Yes, if you can give me a quick idea on that.
Okay. We have kana, so we have to look for ism of kana and khabar of kana here. So at the beginning of the sentence, I can find fi is a hurfuza,
Okay.
and a hurfuza you should look for a mazrur.
Okay.
The mazrur is hazal baiti.
Why? Why is it hadha al-bayti?
Because of the fi hurfuzar.
Yes, but why are you making both of them the majroor? What's the connection between both of them?
Because of the kasra on the baiti.
Because haza and alif lam.
Yes, that's right. Because alif lam is here, and we know that this just takes
It
the
will be all together, yeah.
all one word, and yes, because of the kasra and the bayti. So we're going to say this is the harful jar.
Yeah.
And this is the majroor, yeah?
Yes.
What else do you see? After that, what else do you see?
Ustad, here hada means that, right? Not this anymore.
This, none of this.
You can say this.
Okay, so why is this one hada and the other one was hadihi?
Very good question. Okay.
It's because of I think it's because it's a female word.
Yeah, he's right. So you see this ta marbuta?
Yes.
That's a female village. So that's why he's going to receive the female hadihi. And because this al-bayt, this is a masculine word, and it's connected to receive the masculine version of it. That's it.
All right. So I think I'm mistaken because I thought the fi influenced the hadihi because the fi is in jar. So the one after that became hadihi.
No. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. No, that's not. I know what you mean. Okay, you thought the harful jar affected this bit.
Yeah.
See, it's not affecting it here. Did you get it? So.
So the majroor is in the sentence before. Hadihil kariyati is the majroor together.
Yes.
Okay.
He's clocked in now. And that's good. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. MashaAllah. So that's good. So we know here we've got our harful jar, and we know what a majroor is.
Yes.
Majroor is all of this because of our specific reason. What do you see now? What do you see next?
It's asnamu.
Asnamun. Yeah. Okay. And what do you see on the asnamun?
Asnamun, we have a dhamma.
Okay. Let me stop
And
you there 1 second. Yeah. Let me stop you there. Jazakallah khair. Yeah. That's fine. It's asnamun. Yeah. Now, in this example up here, right? You said here that fi هذه القرية, you said harf jar, and you said majroor, yeah? You agree? And then to me, you said to me that this is
Sorry?
you said this is mawsuf and sifa because they're
Yes.
matching, yeah? And then that became ism of
Kana.
yeah, okay. Now you have one box left. Is there any word in this box apart from itself?
No.
Just
Just
the
that namun.
yeah, just that asnamun. So you don't
Yes.
need to look for any relationship.
No, I don't need to look.
We're gonna stick with that. Now that we have every word in its box as it's supposed to be, every entity in its box, we can start looking for the ism of kana, and we can start looking for the khabar of kana. So where is the ism? So Mahfuz, can you see, or anyone else, can you see khabar of kana? It reflects with a, I'll start from the back again. It reflects with a fatha. It's in the state of nasab. Where is the fatha here? Where is the nasab here?
There is none.
There is none. But what can you see? What are you definite about? What can you see?
We can definitely about the ism of kana here because there is dhamma on asnamun.
Yes, jazakallah khair. So you have your ism of kana. After you found your ism of kana, where is
The
your
rest of them are khabar of kana.
yeah? The rest is khabar of kana. Now we translate the ism of kana first. We're gonna say was, and then we're gonna say out of kana. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Yes. The idol.
yeah.
Idol was in the house.
In which house?
In this house. Sorry, in this house.
Yes. MashaAllah. There you go.
Sorry, Mulana, why is the second half of the sentence crossed out?
Oh, this half here. Oh, I just crossed it out just because this is an addition.
Addition of jiddan.
Yeah, it's basically an addition. We're gonna do this part now. So now that you are sure, you know that this is ism of kana and khabar of kana, right? We've translated it. Now I'm gonna unravel or unwrap this part, and we'll just look at that. Now we're gonna look at this, yeah.
But sorry, how would if we had the sentence, how would we know that the first half is what we're going to be focusing on?
Yeah.
And working out the khabar and stuff, and the second half we're going to treat it differently. If I saw the sentence fresh,
yeah,
how would I know?
There was a comma here.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, there was no comma. Let's say there was no comma, yeah? Then what would you do? What say they say? Okay, fair enough. So, because, right, you see here, you will get to this with more experience. That's why I'm kind of crossing these out for now. Like this one I crossed out. I generally cross these out. But you see this one here, these two words. Again, I'll cross this one out again. Yeah? Let's just feel as it. Let's just say this doesn't exist at all. Yeah.
Mawsuf sifa.
Yeah. Asnamun kathiratun is mawsuf and sifa. That mawsuf and sifa, okay, is just an emphasis. It's just an addition to the sentence as an emphasis. Do you get it? Because you've got your mubtada khabar. You've got your ism of kana, khabar of kana, and then you have an emphasis, ta'keed. You have your mawsuf sifa as this mawsuf sifa here as a ta'keed, meaning emphasis. It just emphasizes that many idols. So idols was in this house. Many idols was in this house. Do you get it? So that's what it is basically.
What's the meaning of kasiratun? Is the many?
Many, yes.
Okay. Many idols.
Yeah.
Very many idols.
Yeah. So the jiddan is the very
like too many idols.
Yeah. So as we so as you guys become stronger, inshallah, with your nahwa and sarf, where you can see ism of kana, khabar of kana, mawsuf sifa, mudaf, mudaf ilayh, and you're so good at it, then I'm going to start bringing these ones in, and then you're just going to be able to add that in easily. Yeah. So jazakallah khair. Does anyone else want to have a turn?
So Sheikh, I got a question regarding do you know the mawsuf sifat for asnamun kathiratun? You know, how we cross it out by the 4 criteria. You know, Kathiratun's got ta marbuta,
Wicked. Yes, please. Yes.
and then the Asnamun doesn't. So I thought if one doesn't have it, then it's automatically not Mawsul Sifa.
This is it, mashallah. So this is the kind of question that you need to be asking. All right, that's good. So look, so this is a Mawsuf Sifa, yeah? Now watch this. You know here, this is Asnam, Mun. This means idols, yeah? Sorry, idols, and this means idol. This is 1, this is more than 2, yeah? Sorry, yeah, so it's 3. So 3 idols, 1 idol. Now, if this is a plural, right? And if they're Mawsuf Sifa, this also needs to be plural. Now, kathiratun here is singular. It should be kathirat. Did you get it? Kathirat is actually their plural. But here you can see it's a singular. Here this word looks like it's a masculine word. It doesn't have the sign of femininity. Yeah. So how is it working? How is this working as a Mawsuf Sifa, whereby it's not fitting the criteria, the 4 criteria that we had, which is gender, it fails. Number, it fails. Then you have the i'rab is the same, so the state is the same, and they're both nakira, yeah? So where it's failing in 2 parts of our test of 4, how can we pass this off as a Mawsuf Sifa? There is one additional rule, one specific rule. When we have, so that's have, yeah? So, one second. Just write this down as I speak, inshallah, yeah? So,
in non-Arabic word.
Say that again?
The word is not non-Arabic. It is not feminine. It is feminine word. Word itself is feminine.
So
like earth, like earth is a feminine, and the sky is a feminine. It is used for not for the. That's why is in that category.
Not exactly, but that's the right way of thinking. Not exactly, but it's similar to that, mashallah. So asnamun, just write this down. When you have a non-intellectual plural, what does that mean, non-intellectual plural? It means those items which don't have a brain. So let's say, for example, if you have trees, a forest, you have 1 tree, shajarun. You have 1 tree, shajarun.
Do you mean inanimate objects?
Yes, inanimate objects. Non-intellectual plurals, or inanimate plurals, you can say.
So that means it doesn't count for animals?
It doesn't count for animals, no.
Okay. So they don't really have intelligence, animals. That's what I mean to say. Like we look at like a bug.
Yeah.
The bug moves, but it doesn't really have any intelligence.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, jazakallah khair. So we have shajarun. The plural is ashjar. Oh, subhanallah, my writing is just
The item cannot move. Those kind of item.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
So you see this shajarun,
Item is
ashjar.
not alive.
Something that's not alive. Yes. I mean, trees. There's different kingdoms. Animalia, and then there's Plantea, I believe. But here we have.
This is just getting more confusing. Just adding more and more layers and exceptions to the rules.
Yeah. But there's just one exception to this rule. So, seeing as the question was asked, we have asnamun kathiratun. They should be both plural, but because sanamun here, idol, yeah, this is singular, this is plural. So those items that have no brain, those items that can't move, those items that are inanimate, yes, their correlation is a singular feminine. So if you just write down inanimate plurals, non-intellectual plurals, the plural of inanimate objects, the plural of non-intellectuals, they are same as, or they are in correlation in terms of Arabic words to singular feminine. They are the same as in correlation to singular feminine. This is a
So
very...
sorry, it's the same with trees, right? The forest trees.
So ashjar. So we would say ashjarun kathiratun.
Singular feminine.
Singular feminine. So kathiratun is a singular feminine.
So inanimate objects automatically become singular feminine.
So inanimate plurals,
yeah,
become singular feminine. They receive a singular feminine.
And is it here asnam because in the previous part of the sentence we said asnam, so it has to stay the same? Is that why it's like that? Because I'm just thinking, why not write it as a singular? Because obviously you can't change the gender, but why couldn't it be written as singular and then joining in with the kathiratun?
Because they're saying many to the many. Yes, so it's basically because we're talking about this.
Yeah.
So it's just going to say many of these again. That's why.
Yeah.
Asnam.
It has to say the same form in the second part of the sentence.
Yeah. So when you're
we flip it over.
Yeah. When you're bringing an emphasis, you have to bring what you're emphasizing. Basically.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
But don't worry about that. About the emphatic rule. Don't worry about the emphatic rule. Just you don't remember that. But just remember, non-inanimate objects. So inanimate. So something that doesn't move in. So inanimate objects and non-intellectual plurals, inanimate and non-intellectual plurals, they receive a singular feminine. So now you can see that this is under the scope of singular feminine. Asnamun is a singular feminine.
Yes.
So you know the emphasis, is that part of the sentence as a whole, or is that sort of like this is the main sentence and this is sort of supporting the main sentence?
Yes.
How do you look at it?
You look at it as this is the main sentence and this is supporting the main sentence.
So that rule will be always there, isn't it? Asnamun will be always singular feminine. Everything comes up, it will be singular feminine.
Always there, mashallah. Jazakallah khair for asking that question, because now we have, it's something that I was going to do as we progress in our nahwa, but it looks like you guys are learning very fast, so we've already progressed now.
And so is that comma there to that's the trigger to say that's the supporting the
yes. Yeah. For now that's why you can see the author, may Allah have mercy on him, he has put that in there just to help us. But when you guys are reading Quran and Hadith, you're not going to need this, inshallah. Yep.
So if that's not there, then we look at the repetition of that word as the emphasis.
Yes, that's correct. And it will tell you that if these two words are joining up together as one entity, then how does this one entity join back to this? Hold on. I thought this was the ism of kana and this was the khabar. And they're already in their own entities, so this must be separate. Do you get it? So develop that skill of doing it that quick. As Sayyid said, how will we know? You'll develop that quick of doing it. You'll develop the skill of doing it that quick, inshallah. Yes?
Yeah, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. It seems as if the recording hasn't stopped for some reason. The lesson hasn't stopped. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're doing a special offer on Zoom. They do that. They say, hi, here I have a full lesson on us or something like that. Okay, so there we go. Okay, look, okay. If you guys don't mind, it's all voluntary because you guys have been here for an hour now. Do you want to try one more sentence or do you not?
I think it's gonna be too much.
It's gonna be too much. No, I agree. So inshallah, but I thought, if you wanted to, you would carry on. So boys, have a look at the video. Some very good questions were asked. You guys did very good in breaking down the sentences. Dalawad, Izhan, and everyone else. Mahfouz, everyone else. Muhammad Hussein, all of you done very good. So inshallah, what you do is just look at the video. Please ask any questions you want in the group. So let's say, for example, you go over this video or you go over this book because you've got the PDF. Just look at the PDF, look at the sentences, the ones that we've done so far up to here, and just go through them and try to analyze them. And if you have any questions, then ask the question in the group any time of the day. Inshallah, we will.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Oh, Jazakallah khairan everyone for coming. I will stop the recording now, and inshallah I will see you guys next time.
Assalamu alaikum.